It's Matt Slick Live. Matt is the founder and president of the Christian Apologetics Research Ministry, found online at carm.org. When you have questions about Bible doctrines, turn to Matt Slick Live for answers. Taking your calls and responding to your questions at 877-207-2276. Here's Matt Slick.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It's me, Matt Slick, and you're listening to Matt Slick Live. If you want, you can give me a call. All you got to do is dial 877-207-2276. I want to hear from you. Give me a call. It'll be fun. And we got one caller waiting. And let's see. Today is, did I give the date already? Today is November 6th, 2023 for the podcasters. We are working on stuff on videos. We've got a lot of stuff we're going to be working, trying to do some video work, and so we'll be changing a couple things, but we're working on stuff, behind the scenes things. So just giving you guys a heads up on that, and we'll be asking people to take a look at things and tell us what they think about certain versions of stuff and stuff like that. So anyway, hope you guys can hear me okay at every place. That's good there. And if you want to watch on Rumble, you can go to rumble.com/Matt Slick Live. You can do that. And also, we are broadcasting live on Clubhouse. And just looking for Matt Slick Live, you can get in there as well. That should be working. Whoops. There we go. Now it should be working in there. All right, because I got everything going. They let me know that it's working. So there you go. I had a good weekend, busy, and except for on Sundays. On Sundays, I just relax, and I watch a lot of TV because that's my relaxing time. That's what I did, and enjoyed that. And then, I got so much to do. I almost don't look forward to Sundays because I just want to. I want to work, but I gotta rest. So it's like, oh, hurry up, Sunday. Isn't that weird? And we went to church. My wife and I went to church this Sunday. Praise God. For the first time she'd been in a long time. And we're sitting there, and during the sermon, this is I got a kick out of this. During the sermon, the pastor was reading a quote, something. What was it? What was that about? It caught me off guard. And so there's like 500 people in the congregation, and he's just preaching away, and he says, and Matt Slick from carm.org says, and he read me a quote from my website, and I'm sitting there, and it was kind of funny. So that was nice. Was unexpected. So there you go. Okay, that's okay, no problem. No biggie. All right. Well, hey, why don't you give me a call? 877-207-2276. Let's get to Aaron from Mississippi. Aaron, welcome. You are on the air. How are you doing?
Okay. I just recently quit smoking.
Good.
And I was asking questions and I found you through Mr. Kit.
Okay. All right.
And I was wanting to ask questions like I know that smoking and vaping is a sin.
Well,
but
not necessarily.
Quit those.
Not necessarily. All right. So the Bible doesn't say thou shalt not smoke or thou shalt not vape. If you take the principle of not putting harmful stuff into your bodies, then that principle, Coca-Cola would be sinful. So you see, it's not exactly a sin. Now, is it good for you? Well, no. You shouldn't do it because it's not good for you, that kind of things. Okay? So you can't just say it's a sin directly. All right, go ahead. Are you there?
So, yeah, I'm here. It's just,
Okay.
I didn't know. Because I've been trying to quit for a while since I have lung issues. I'm on disability.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one working lung that's failing, and that my goal is to get on the heart and lung transplant list. So I have to quit smoking cigarettes. I have to quit vaping.
Uh-huh.
I have to quit smoking weed so I can get on the heart and lung transplant list. The only problem is they're saying I'm too healthy because I'm not on oxygen.
Okay. Well, Okay, I'm not a doctor, can't comment on that. But as far as stopping those, those things like smoking, drinking, and weed, you definitely, you should do that. You should stop them because they're not healthy for you. And if we want to say that,
I mean,
if you know it's harming you and you're willingly do those things that are harming you, then it could be a matter of sin. So, and it's not exactly
yeah, that's
black and
why I
white.
quit smoking.
Because, is eating an ice cream bar good for you? Well, not necessarily. Well, is that sinful then because it's hurting you? Well, you see, and so we want to have freedom, but at the same time, we want to be responsible with what God has given us. And so, smoking is definitely bad for you. I don't understand why people do it. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand why they continue to do it. You know?
It's because it's an addiction.
Yes.
And it's hard to quit.
Now,
And I quit smoking, I believe, in September.
Okay.
So, and vaping, unfortunately, helped me quit. I can't say vaping helped me quit. God helped me quit.
Well,
Jesus and God helped me quit.
Yeah, but God could use, for them. You could use different things. Yeah, sometimes people go from smoking to vaping, then they quit. Okay, so this kind of stuff is not in Scripture. Now, some may say, well, those things that you think are bad and you do them, then that would be sin. So I recommend people don't vape, don't smoke pot, don't smoke that stuff, don't do that stuff. It tends to control you. That's when it becomes sinful. When those things control you and they're before you, I mean, they put themselves before your Lord and Savior, then it's sinful. So can a person, can a person go out and have a cigarette? Yeah, he could. What if you have an actor who's a Christian, goes on set, and his bad character, he's going to play a bad character, and the character is going to get what's coming to him at the end of the movie or whatever it is, and he smokes a cigarette in that scene? Is that a sin? I would say no, it's not, because he's showing how bad something is. See, just to say it, oh, it's always this, it's always that. Well, not necessarily. But I'm not saying, hey, it's okay to smoke, because it's not good for your body, and you should take care of your body so you can serve God longer, be around longer, and serve others longer. And that's it. And if you think it's wrong, then it is definitely wrong. And if these things have control over you, then that's a problem. Then you're in the area of sin. Well, I can quit anytime I want, but I never quit because I can't. Then you're in sin because you have something that's controlling you other than God. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I haven't been vaping as much as I did yesterday.
Good.
I've picked it up here and there because I asked God, not in my time, but in His time, I will quit, because I can't quit cold turkey. Okay. I tried that with cigarettes so many times, and I finally quit, thanks to God.
Right,
I'm actually healthier. I'm happier. I feel better.
Okay, it's okay.
But I'm trying so hard to quit vaping because I have a goal. I have a goal to quit. And normally the only reason I would smoke weed was to help with my anorexia. Wow. I was having issues with an eating disorder. That was the reason why I was smoking weed.
That one I can relate to. I used to have anorexia. It's rare among males, but I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to be like in middle school and high school, I would stay in between 30 to sometimes 50 to sometimes 60 pounds. And right now I'm at I'm at least 100, in between 124 pounds and 126 pounds. I'm 4'8". So on a short person like me, I look pregnant. Okay. So I'm trying to lose weight to a healthy weight, like maybe 90 to 100 pounds is what a person my size is supposed to be at.
Okay. Well, my wife has a problem putting on weight. And so we're trying to get her to get on weight stuff because she needs to put a few pounds on. She really does. She's just how she and her brothers are. It's a genetic thing. So she has to take protein powder with 8,000 kabillion calories in it to gain a pound or two. So, but the anorexia thing I can relate to. And when I was 6 feet tall at 19 years old, weighed 117 pounds. And now I weigh 100 pounds more than that. I broke it. I learned how to get it. It took 10 years, though. 10 years to break it. But so I understand. And this has to do with control, has to do with habit, has to do with conditioning. And so all these kinds of things are interrelated. And so the thing is to get control of it. And it takes, sometimes people can do it right away. My dad was a smoker in the service. And one day he just said, I'm done. And he put his cigarette pack away and he never smoked again. He was able to do that. Not everybody can do that. So different people have different personalities with different issues. And I would say that it's bad. It's not good for you, particularly in your medical condition. So gradually work to get rid of it. And you lean on the Lord and realize that at this point, it has become a sinful issue because you want to control it and it's controlling you. Now it's a sinful issue. And so that's what addictions are. Now, there could be legitimate addictions too. I know someone who's in pain constantly, not my wife, but someone else who's in constant pain and has to take heavy-duty pain pills. And she's kind of addicted, but it's a medical-based addiction that she's in with the doctors who know that she has to be on these things. So you see, it's just not that simple. So for you're wanting to quit because you know it's bad. So therefore, it's an issue of sin. Give it to God. Trust Him.
I used to also smoke weed for pain.
I'm sorry, what?
I would get migraines. I would get really bad migraines because back in middle school and high school, I would pop pain pills like Tylenol, acetaminophen, ibuprofen. Like I became a serious addict on pain pills and sometimes sleeping pills.
Okay. Yep. Well, there's lots of things that can get us addicted. TV, alcohol, all kinds of stuff. It's vaping, science fiction movies. Not that I would ever be addicted to that, but there could be things that can get in your way of relationship with God. And when that happens and they're controlling you, then it's an issue that you need to deal with. And it becomes an issue of sin. Okay? All right there? All right? Okay, Aaron. Got to get going. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later. Okay. God bless. All right. Now let's see. Let's get on the air with Alan from Virginia. Alan, welcome. You're on the air.
Hey, Matt. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Hey, what do you got, buddy?
Busy as usual?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I always like asking that. It gets you riled up.
Well, I'm busy. I've been working since I got up, and except for I took a half-hour break today, and then in 15 minutes I got to quit the show in order to do my 3 hours of DMin, Doctor of Ministry work, which I may not continue. I don't know. So yeah, and then I got to do newsletter, and then I got I'm whining.
Is that second part going to be on the radio, or is that like
the whining?
Somewhere else? What you said after this?
Oh, the doctorate. I have to on Mondays. I have to be on a doctorate program. I kind of accidentally got into it, and the door's open. I went through it, but I don't know if it's worth it because it's a 4-year program, and I'm almost 67. And is it worth it for me? Because it's taking time away from the ministry. I think I'm better off just writing and doing what I got to do for ministry work, and not worry about a degree. Hey, hold on, man. We got a break coming up, so hold on. Hey, folks, we'll be right back after these messages. Please stay tuned.
We live in an on-demand world. Time, weather, meals, and content. That's why the Truth Network has the Truth Podcast Network. Some of your favorite Truth Network programs, plus some that are podcast only. Rich content that is rich in the Word.
Truth for a New Generation with Alex McFarland podcast is content for all generations of Christians. Alex is an apologetics author and speaker. Alex's greatest passion is fueling any Christian's faith and giving all the stuff needed to do the same. Truth for a New Generation podcast at truthnetwork.com.
May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Because the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, and that is the voice of truth.
The mission of Paralyzed Veterans of America is clear: accessibility. Veterans who have served and sacrificed the best of themselves deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to meaningful employment. Access to the veterans' benefits they've earned. Accessible homes and vehicles. And access to every part of their communities. With PVA staff working inside VA hospitals, no other veterans organization has provided more real-time, ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. PVA is proud to serve veterans across all branches, all generations, and all conflicts. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at pva.org.
It started off as a normal day. I felt fine when I arrived at the plant.
Ruth Junius's life was about to change.
Then I dropped my keys. They kept slipping out of my hand. My arm felt numb. A coworker asked me if I was okay, and I couldn't speak. I started to get scared.
Ruth was having a stroke. People around her weren't sure what to do.
They thought I should go home or lie down, but I knew something was very wrong. I wrote 911 on a piece of paper with my other hand, and someone called for me.
Because everyone acted quickly, doctors at the hospital were able to give Ruth treatment that started to reverse the symptoms.
Within a few minutes, I was talking again. I didn't know a thing about stroke before I had one. Now I make sure that my friends and family know all the signs of stroke so they'll get help fast if they need it.
No stroke. Know the signs. Act in time. Call 1-800-352-942. It's Matt Slick Live, taking your calls at 877-207-2276. Here's Matt Slick.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Let's see, the next longest waiting that I see is Shabu. Welcome, Shabu. You're on the air.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
Doing all right, hanging in there.
Hello?
So, yeah, hanging in there. So what do you got?
Hey, what is neo-Calvinism? Neo-Calvinism, what is that?
It's neo-Calvinism is it emphasizes the sovereignty of God in all aspects of a Christian's life: society, medicine, politics, school, family, and everything. And it was actually, it's not new. It's a couple hundred years old, 150 years old or so. In the 1800s, it started up. So that's what it is. And it kind of pushes the idea of the transformation of society as well. Okay.
What is their view? Who is a neo-Calvinist?
I'm sorry, what? What?
How many neo-Calvinists in the United States?
I don't know. Don't know how many. I have no idea how many there are. But you see, I agree with that. I agree with that aspect. But I'm sure there's other areas of neo-Calvinism I'm not aware of that I might not agree with. So as far as I'm aware of, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. You there?
So what is that theology? What is that theology?
Calvinist.
Anything new of the sovereignty of God?
No, just think of Calvinism plus the intentional sovereignty of God in all spheres of life: family, work, society, politics, entertainment, etc. Okay? All right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. God bless. All right. That was Shabu. Let's get on with, let's see. It looks like, let me get into Alan. I thought he was here a lot longer. Alan from Virginia. Welcome. You're on the air.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Hey.
So how much time do we have before the end of the show?
Oh, about 7 minutes before the bottom of the hour, and I got to go. Yeah.
Okay. So what are your top Christian apologists?
Greg Bonson, John Frame. Those are the two that I like.
Okay. And on a different note, kind of, what are your top apologists for Roman Catholicism, Mormonism, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism?
I mean, what are the top? My top? I don't have my top for them.
No. I mean, like, what would be kind of the most recognizable, most educated apologists for those?
Well, in Roman Catholicism, Trent Horn takes. He's one. And you mean inside of Catholicism or against Catholicism?
For in this case, I'm trying to gather information of the top apologists in general.
Yeah, Trent Horn would be one of them. I've got other books from let's see. I've got my thing open. There's another name that is pretty decent as far as intelligence goes, even though they're wrong, dealing with Catholicism. And I'm looking for my section, religions. I got so many books. So let me just do this then. I'll do this. My library, and then put Catholic, and then read some of the names. Trent Horn, I'm reading his book off and on, and Carl Keating, I think, is one who's supposed to be good as far as defending Catholicism goes. And I think I believe so. So, yeah, now there's good people against Catholicism. Okay. But anyway, and what other category? Mm-hmm. As far as Mormons go, I don't know of any good Mormon apologists who defend the Mormon faith. None. They just really don't exist.
Okay. What about Judaism?
I don't know any good defenders of Judaism either. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I just don't know of them. Mm-hmm. But I know a guy who would know. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at my books. I have Kindle books. How many do I have? I have a lot. 576 books. So, yeah, that's all I can tell. That's all I can tell you. Okay.
Right. Yeah, no worries. And one last question. Do you have any plans to discuss or debate with any of these on the radio soon?
No plans now. Nope, no plans. Why? What church do you go to?
I don't go to a church at this moment.
Well, if you did, where would you go? Are you Catholic or Eastern Orthodox, Protestant, or atheist, or what?
I used to go to Protestant Baptist church.
Used to. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of shied away from debates lately because I'm so busy and it takes a long time to prep. But if it was a big name who wanted to debate a particular topic, I might be interested in setting some, a few weeks in advance kind of thing where I do study an hour a day in prep. Because the better apologists, but just there are levels of apologists in different areas that are better. And I would have to study their material more. And the more I study them, I think the better the debate goes. Like when I studied and debated the atheist, oh man, I hate it when it really bothers me that I'm bad with names. It's just bad. Oh God.
Join the club. I've been terrible with it for so long.
Yeah, Dan Barker. That's what it was, Dan Barker. And when I debated him, he's a well-known atheist. He's written several books and done lots of lectures. So I listened to some of his lectures and his debate and read some of his books, and I found stuff. And I used it in my debate against him. And he was up against a wall. I was showing him stuff, and he said, "But you said this, but yeah, here, how can that be?" And he was just backpedaling a lot. And so out of that, I was able to develop really difficult questions for him to answer. And he didn't, that's how it went. But at any rate, so, now I don't know. It's just what it is. Okay.
Okay. I appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.
Sure. No problem. Oh, excuse me. All right. We'll talk to you later. Okay. All right. Let's get to next longest waiting is Anonymous 66. How you doing? Welcome. You're on the air.
Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.
Sure. I can barely hear you at all. It's like nothing.
Hello?
Yes, there you go. All right. Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you. Mhm.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
This is Anonymous 66 calling back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm calling in reference to the lady that called,
Mm-hmm.
the first one. I was diagnosed with lung cancer, and then in my left lung, and then later on in my right lung. I was broken glass nodules, so I told them to use the other word. But please, if there's any way, no vaping, none of that stuff. Okay, I'm reaching out to you because I don't want you going through what I did, and I know the other health issues. I've been through it myself.
There's the music.
but-
We got to go. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Call back tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll have a full
Well,
hour. I have to
thank
quit.
you. God bless you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. God bless.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
And give your cat a hug.
Okay. Folks, I'm out of
All
here.
right,
I got a doctorate degree I have to work on Mondays. So talk to you tomorrow. God bless everybody. Bye.
We live in an on-demand world. Time, weather.